Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moments with Me, the show where I talk about my personal experiences and my life stories. All right, everyone, welcome back for another great episode. And today I'm going to talk about something that I don't normally talk about, at least not to many people. First, I just wanted to double check and make sure that you guys have went and listened to Is Christmas the Same? It's an episode where I basically talk about whether Christmas spirit feels the same, what Christmas means to different people, that sort of thing. So, if you haven't listened to that episode, please go and check it out. Thank you. As for today's topic, I wanted to talk about something that I don't normally talk about, and it's being a lone wolf. And what do I mean by that? I mean that I've noticed that there's just certain things that I like to do by myself. And maybe I'm alone on this. Maybe there's other people that feel the same way. But I'm really curious to hear what you guys say. But I wanted to talk about kind of like, especially recently, my experience with trying things alone. So let's get straight into it. So, for anyone that honestly knows me, they know that I don't have the best experience in my dating life, if I'm being honest. Time after time, it's either not worked out, on their end, my end, whatever the case may be. It's been difficult. It's been difficult being single in general and trying to find that true love. But honestly, being single, I've kind of realized that there's certain things I enjoy doing by myself. Like, for example, I go to the gym pretty regularly, and that's something that I honestly like to do by myself. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the quiet time or the chance to listen to music or podcasts while I'm at the gym. I don't really know what it is. It's just I like having that time for myself. That time to sit there, pump some iron, think about a lot of things and pump some iron while I'm doing it. Another example is a lot of times I also like to eat by myself. Like I like to eat by myself and maybe watch a show or a video or whatever it may be. I honestly like doing that. I like having that time to myself doing that as well. A little while ago, I went to a sit down restaurant by myself because I guess at the time I was thinking of it as like a self date, a chance to treat myself how I would want to be treated on a date. And I gotta say, it was actually really nice. Honestly, like I even tried to keep my phone off and I just tried to observe my surroundings. Observe my surroundings, eat some good food, and well, it was really interesting. It was really interesting being in a public place alone. It might seem lonely or sad or whatever, but honestly, it's kind of nice. It's pretty refreshing. Now, if I were to do that a lot, would I like it? Probably not. But I think every now and then to go and kind of people watch and just observe what's going on, I think it's actually pretty nice. It's a nice change of scenery. Instead of being focused on being single and sad, it kind of takes my attention off of that. I think my only regret with not doing that is I kind of wish I brought a journal or something to just write down how I was feeling, my experience doing it. And I was honestly really nervous doing it. I was really nervous going on a date by myself. It felt weird, especially when you go to get a table and you're like, yeah, for one. Like that felt so weird to say. I'm not used to saying a table for one. So that was really, really interesting. A recent example of this was I had actually gone to the Enchanted at the ballpark to check out the Christmas lights and stuff. Which last time I had gone there, I actually went there on a date. So I was honestly kind of questioning whether or not I should do it. But I was trying to think, well, I love Christmas. It's a part of who I am. So I'm going to go and bring that Christmas spirit to myself. Again, like we talked about in the last episode with bringing yourself Christmas spirit. So go make sure you listen to that episode. But, anyways, so I tried to do that for myself. I went there. And to be honest, I could have spent a long time there. I actually did spend a long time there. I was there for maybe like an hour and a half or so, which was a lot longer than I expected. When I first got it, I was maybe thinking I was going to be there for like maybe an hour, maybe less. I honestly thought I was going to try to leave pretty quick. But you know what also helped too was I wore my Grinch Christmas sweater. And as I've told people, that sweater is such an attention getter that I can wear that sweater, not say anything to anyone, and it attracts people to me. It's the craziest thing. It's like that sweater is like a, hey, come say hi sweater. It's so weird, but I love it. I love people liking and appreciating and, asking questions about the sweater. It's so cool, and I love having people interact with me like that. So that sweater is kind of my social sweater, I guess you could say. Long story short, I had a great time, which was surprising to me because stuff like that I normally spend with people. And I think that's something that I forget is that I shouldn't wait for people. I shouldn't wait for a date to treat myself to nice things. I should treat myself how I would want to be treated on a date. And that's stuff that I honestly want to do more of next year, which I'm not going to talk too much about my New Year's resolutions and all that stuff. I'm going to save that for the New Year's episode that I'll have. But I will say that one of the things I want to do is treat myself to more things like that and try doing more things alone. Even honestly, going to the movies alone. I like it. I know some people don't, but I like it. I mean, because you're sitting there in a movie theater and you're not supposed to talk to each other anyways. So the only real benefit of going with somebody is that you can talk to them about the movie after the movie. But other than that, there's not really that much of a benefit to bringing someone along. It's really not a good, speaking of dates, it's also really not a good first date idea because you want to get to know the person, but instead you're sitting there in the dark watching a movie. So that's why I've learned that I can't do that for a first date. I gotta do it like maybe third date or later on after we've gotten to know each other a bit. But what's really weird is that, to be honest, I've enjoyed being alone so much. I'm honestly not interested in a relationship right now. Because to be honest, I think especially after the year that I've had, and I know I've said that a lot, but I'm going to dive more into that in the New Year's episode. But after the year I've had, I really need to learn to love myself again and treat myself to these things and give myself these fun opportunities and fun experiences and not have to wait on people in order to get those experiences. And I guess that's what I want you to take away from this episode. Whether you're single, in a relationship, whatever your status might be, it's good to try things alone. It's actually great to try things alone. Sit with your thoughts. Turn off your phone. Go do something that you've been wanting to do, but you've been waiting on other people. Go have fun. You deserve this. You deserve to have a great time and treat yourself to nice things. You know what's funny is I was going to call this the self-date episode, but I was like, that does sound a little weird. And one of my big things that I'm trying to do is being more of a lone wolf or whatever you might call it. I went ahead and did that title because it sounds a lot cooler. Well, with all that being said, that's all the time I have for this episode. So if you guys enjoyed, please make sure you like and subscribe and let me know what you think. Are you a lone wolf? Are you a herd kind of person? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys next time for the Christmas episode. Can't wait for that one. All right. Have a good one, guys.